Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.
Hi guys. So how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm great. So welcome back to the Zoom side of Radio Freccia. Welcome to Conor, Joe, and Dom from Nothing But Thieves. Let's start with the question concerning last night. I don't want to know what you did last night, but on the 23rd of October, you released your last album, Moral Panic. And last night, you played one of the 3 live stream shows where you first played most of the songs from Moral Panic. So how did it go?
Good, I think. Went down well. I think everyone was pretty pleased.
They seemed to like it. We enjoyed playing. What more could you want?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the joke that Conor made. Like, okay, you could just give us an applause. We're not good enough. That was great. So, Moral Panic. These 2 words put together, they sound really cool. What is the meaning of the title of this last album of yours? And if you could just sum the album up, what would the main themes be? Just give us this resume.
So a moral panic is like a widespread fear felt by like a group of people. And it's like it's when a group of people kind of feel like under threat by something. So, I mean, you get a lot of that obviously now. That's kind of where the album's been written, with like climate change and the stuff with Brexit and American politics. There's a lot of stuff like this going on. We're sort of split into these online tribes where you have to pick a side, sort of left or right, or Brexit or Remain. So that's kind of what the album was about. But it's about those things, but it's more about the feeling of the people under those strains.
Yeah, and do you think that you can build something beautiful from Moral Panic? Is it something that could create something better since we're panicking?
Hope so. I mean, I think another part of the album, which we kind of do throughout all our albums, is there's like elements of hope throughout. I think you kind of need that, one, because the album's very lyrically dense. We're talking about a lot of heavy topics. So to have a bit of light in there makes the whole project feel a bit more complete, I think. So that was important. That's why we have songs like Impossible. So it's very much a source of light on the album. So yeah, I'm hoping we provide a bit of that too.
I also think that with the message of the album, if it makes people become somewhat self-aware and see what they can do in their own lives to, say, help with climate change, or just see themselves with their usage of the internet and social media and what they can do with themselves, and see if they're happy about it and reflect, then that is always going to be a good thing if you can spread a message and it reacts to and changes people.
Yeah, because it feels sometimes people don't feel the responsibility of what they are doing, of what they do. So since you mentioned Impossible, it is it's in our top 20. And so yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's great.
And yesterday I was driving home and I was listening to the version you recorded at Abbey Road. And that was so beautiful. How was it? I mean, how was to play one of your newest songs in such a legendary place?
Yeah, I mean, we've never stepped foot in that place and we've been dying to get there. So when we got the opportunity to go, we were just like, finally we can go into this, like, you know, it's like a museum of rock history, isn't it, really?
Right.
And pop and other genres. But you feel like you're very much a small fish in a big pond, maybe not even a fish. But there's a lot of big names down the corridors. You've just seen all these photos of, like, you got Beatles, you got Pink Floyd, you got The Who, all of these bands, and you just sat there going, you know, as minute as it may be, we're like a little piece of history here. So it was an amazing opportunity, and then, you know, actually recording the song itself with the strings and brass just gave the song a whole new dimension, and it's something we'd wanted to do, and we'd sort of integrated strings into the recording process a little bit, but we just highlighted it a bit more, exaggerated it, made it more of the forefront of the arrangement. Yeah. And yeah, we love it. We think it's better than the studio version, annoyingly, but it's great.
Too late now.
Can't go back. That shit's in the world. Oh, sorry.
But since you mentioned the Beatles, would you say there have been, I mean, it's very common to hear bands saying, okay, the Beatles were the starting point of our lives as musicians. Would you say that they have been one of your biggest inspirations? And if not, just mention me one band or one artist that inspired you most as a band. Not, I mean, even as musicians, but especially as your identity as Nothing But Thieves.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
go on, Joe.
go on. No, after you.
I was going to say that, so that was so British, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, come on, let me talk. You go next.
I think even if the Beatles aren't a direct influence to our band, every other band that influenced us has drawn from the Beatles, directly or indirectly. They're sort of in the DNA of everything that's been written in one way or another, whether it's something as simple as song structure, or chord progressions. And funnily enough, Impossible actually has a very Beatles-esque chord progression in it. But we don't pull from them as like one of our favourite collective bands. But they're undeniably some of the best songwriters like ever.
Helter Skelter's still a tune.
Yeah, exactly.
You should play that live. You should.
I would love to play that song.
Yeah, we will one day. We should.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be a good cover.
They're like pioneers of pop writing, of how it started, of how to write a song, and you'd be mad to not be influenced by the simplicity of it all, but also how brilliantly put together it is. Like Dom said, the structure. So I do, like Dom said, every single band is influenced by the Beatles because they started pop writing. They started how to write a song, which is really cool.
Yeah, but then if they're not, okay, so this is so true. Like they are the beginning of every musician. But so name one artist that is then your biggest inspiration now. Do you have one?
McCartney.
Liberace.
It's got, I think collectively we're huge Radiohead fans. And
okay.
I think that's kind of where we all meet. We may have other favourite bands that branch off of that, but I think that's where like... if we
Led Zeppelin might be another one. That's probably another, I think if you were sort of gonna place us in between a couple of bands, I'd say Led Zeppelin and Radiohead are kind of like two big influences, and we're just like a very, very not like good version of those bands.
No, come on. I was actually thinking about the Smiths because you have something that I don't know that reminds me of the Smiths, especially Conor's voice. I think you could easily sing Morrissey songs. I think it would be great, but I don't know. Are they an influence at any kind?
Morrissey, you said.
Sorry?
You say Morrissey?
Yeah, I said I thought that one of the main inspirations.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I love a lot of Smith songs. I love the kind of melancholy and the kind of pessimisticness of them. We've never really cited them as an influence or anything like that.
I don't like Morrissey. I've said it. I've said it. I don't like him.
But like as an artist or as a person, because
both.
It is so he has like two personalities sometimes.
No, both. He's pompous and he's singing and he's talking. Get rid of him.
Okay, I understand that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about live shows. You will be playing in Italy on the 3rd of November. You will be doing your gig here in Milan at Fabrique. We will be your radio partner. What are your feelings about it? And have you something to say to your Italian fans, because they will be watching this and going crazy for your words?
Well, I feel like the boys have gone quiet because I'm the one with the Italian heritage and should be able to speak fluent Italian. It goes as far as buongiorno.
Come on. Is that all? Buongiorno?
Yeah, and I'm not going to say. I was going to say a swear word, but I can't because we're on the radio.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, to be honest with you, Italy is in our top 5 places, top 3. It's the best place to tour. We have played so many gigs there now, festivals, headline shows and stuff like that, and I think the energy is just insane, and it's always like a reciprocated thing. So as soon as you feel like the crowd are giving you everything, you then just have this like adrenaline that you give back, and it kind of keeps feeding itself. And the last few gigs that we did on the Broken Machine tour, some of our favourite ones were in Italy. So I just can't wait to get back. I think even talking about the gigs makes us miss them.
Yeah, I think we went there so early at the start. We'd played sort of with Muse at Rock in Roma, and then we came back and played in Milan and different places. I think because we did it so early in the band, it's sort of kind of part of the band's DNA that we have that, and it's sort of, we've always known that from the very start of touring. So it's always just really nice to come back to Italy. We love it.
And what about you, Conor?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it was. I think was one of the first countries to really take us under their wing, and I'd say had a fan base that we'd never really seen at that point. It was quite rabid, almost, like Beatlemania kind of fan base. They just they really get behind you, and they love you, and they're also really cool and respectful, which I really like. But yeah, like I miss Italy so much. It's always, I'd say on the European tour, I'd always say it's probably the one I look forward to the most. It's just
mainly because of the food.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Mainly because of the food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not for the fans. Have you really said that?
And this.
I would say the fans are top, but a very close second is the food.
Okay, come on, it's the best part of our culture. So can you make me a promise? I don't know if you can, but I'm going for this. Since we mentioned Helter Skelter, will you play that for us during your Milan gig? Come on.
Right. We can't promise because it may just sound terrible, but I will promise that we'll give it a go.
We'll give it a go, yeah. Rehearse it.
We'll rehearse it.
Okay, just send me the updates during this month. Come on, you have such a long time till the 3rd of November. And you're a great musician. Stop saying that you're not good at making chords. You're amazing.
You've got more confidence than we have, so I'm grateful for that.
Do you need a new manager?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a new singer as well, if you're up for that.
No, I can't.
I haven't spoken to Conor about that yet, but
No, Conor is such a good singer. I'm the worst, for real. No, I can be the manager, not the singer. So guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you live. We can't wait to have you here because we're always on the Zoom side and never on live on our studio. So you're always welcome. We hope to get to do that as soon as possible. So I wish you the very best. And we're gonna play Moral Panic, the whole album, on air here on Radio Freccia. So everyone will have the chance to listen to the whole album because it's wonderful.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for having us. Cheers.
Grazie mille.
Oh, you can say that. I was about to ask you. Come on. Everyone can say things in Italian.
That's the one thing we can say. Thank you for having us, though.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.